Hi, my name is Ava Deacon. I was born with a genetic neuromuscular condition that affects my legs and was finally diagnosed as PNPLA6 ataxia when I was 17. I use leg braces for short distances and a wheelchair for long distances. As a kid, I had muscular and bony surgeries that had me take off school, where they lengthened my muscles and restructured my feet with cadaver bones, which I'm still convinced are haunted. Because I was undiagnosed, I wanted to try everything to manage my condition, so I participated in many medical studies, from testing exoskeletons to playing video games with my feet, but nothing slowed my progression. I decided to not let my limitations define me and to see what I could do. I learned how to scuba dive, got my driver's license, qualified for the Robotics World Championships, and started musical theater. When I was 13, climbing stairs became challenging. My parents knew we had to find an accessible home, but only 3% of the housing in the US is fully wheelchair accessible. So they decided to rehab an old house. We got the permits and started building, but a historic preservation group stopped the work. They claimed the accommodations would ruin 70 years of historic preservation and compared me to a dog in a no dogs allowed apartment. They insisted their neighborhood was not the place for that, meaning me, meaning a person with a disability. Essentially, they were dictating where people with disabilities could live. I was determined to fight back with the Fair Housing Act, a law prohibiting housing discrimination. So, I filed a lawsuit in federal court. During the case, I was harassed and exposed to the worst prejudices against disability. But I didn't give up. I started connecting with past and present teen activists, reminding me that I wasn't alone in my fight. When I was 16, we prevailed, and I finally got my wheelchair ramp. The neighborhood also received funds to add curb cuts and relaunch the Old Town Art Fair in Chicago as an inclusive event featuring artists with disabilities. The lawsuit transformed me and my perspective. People became interested in my story. I was the featured speaker on NPR for Fair Housing Month, and I realized that my voice could have a greater impact. I decided to write a book telling the inspiring stories of activists fighting for their civil rights and liberties while still in their teens. Over a year, I researched, wrote, and interviewed heroes like Minnie Jean Brown of the Little Rock Nine and Mary-Kate Callahan of the U.S. Paralympic team. Tomorrow Begins Now published in September 2022 and received glowing reviews. It is one of my proudest accomplishments. I carried the belief that anyone can make change with me to USC, where I'm currently studying law and theme park design. I'm studying law because I want to help people fight for their rights, and I'm studying theme park design because I want to create inclusive, accessible, and creative spaces. Finally, I've been trying to adapt Tomorrow Begins Now into a streaming series. I have big plans and big dreams, but first I need scholarships to finish college. I am a student, author, and disability rights advocate. My experiences with my disability have shaped my perspective. It's helped me step into the limelight and uplift others, and I'm confident I will continue to rock it.